Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. How are you guys doing? It's been it's been a tough day. Um, trying to are you sure? So even here. It's been a tough day trying to sort things out, and I'm here with Taste Buds, who's getting ready to. Were you able to remove it? Let me come and help you. Bring it. No, it took. Oh, let it not go on. I said I was going to have a conversation with us real quick. I read something on someone's phone about how I posted it on my Instagram about how their mom used to be very cool before she became religious, and how religion took away their cool mom. And I want us to talk about it because I also went through it growing up. It's not like my dad was ever super cool. You understand? Like my dad was one of the coolest people. Nah, my dad always had his. Can I use the word issues? But you see, I think I need to put this up here so it will be clearer. Yeah, but that means I won't be able to sip water. But you see, how are you doing, Remy? But you see, I saw the impact religion had on my family, and how my dad's Muslim, by the way, and I don't have anything against Muslims or against religious people. But you see, I'm going to tell you a bit of my story. My dad he went to school in Romania. I met my mom in Romania. Now, my mom was born Catholic. And you know how the Catholic people are. My mom was more laid back. And when we came to Nigeria, my dad was more okay. You guys follow whatever it is you want to do. If you want to follow your mom when you get older, blah blah. So there were those conversations. So we used to follow my mom to church until my dad and my mom had a fallout, and then he decided that we must be raised as Muslim. Now remember that Islam, I have no issues with Islam, but there's a culture shock from being a Christian to being a Muslim. And not only did the culture shock affect us, because we're not raised Muslim, we're not born Muslim. First then we had to have Muslim names, and I didn't like a Muslim name and blah blah. It was quite a lot. And then my dad went to join a Muslim group called Ahmadiyya. And Ahmadiyya, yeah, they're cool, they're okay, but they're a bit stricter than normal Muslims. So it became extra strict. Now, remember, my dad used to drink and have fun, and all of a sudden, my dad goes around and becomes this quiet, religious person. I used to quarrel with us over everything religious, blah, 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 blah. And you know, it strained my relationship with my dad. It strained my relationship with my dad so badly that someone was saying that you should be glad you had your dad. There was a time when, if anything had happened to my dad, I would not have minded. When I was in university, no. Of course, we're cool now and we've made up, and we had to fight that religious battle, and everybody had to draw their lines. But there was a time when it meant the world to my dad, and up till now my dad looks at families and look like the way I will look at a family and see that they have Rolls Royce, I'll see that they are enjoying. Do you understand? I look at a family, I see they have private jets. I'll see this. My father will look at them and see they all come to the mosque together, they all pray together, and I'll be wondering, yeah, you guys can pray together, but it's not an achievement. In my eyes. Of course, everybody has the right to pick whatever it is they want to pick. And why am I talking about this? Because a lot of people are going through this. Someone said, "What's my Muslim name?" I no agree become Muslim. I fight them well, they no agree. Because I'm not that I have anything against Islam. It's because I wasn't raised Muslim, and you can't force me, do you understand, to become what I didn't want to become. And it was cool like that until I grew to a point where I started fighting back. And my dad would wake you up in the morning at 6 5 a.m., and that's the time to pray. And I'm like, look, this is the time when I want to sleep. And there was a lot of judgment. I want to explain to you, like, now I'm working, and I'm probably going to work for the next hour. I'm very tired, so maybe I'll not be able to do an hour. I'll just open up the line, let a few people share their conversations and all that. But but um guys, don't ask questions that will distract me because I'm already tired. I'm trying to remember what I was saying. So where was I? I just lost. I lost where I was because somebody was. This now UK network, BT to be precise. Actually, EE. Ah, got you. It's EE. Someone said you need to pray for my mom. She's in these shoes. Your network is so clean and stable tonight. Yes, so now UK network. Oh. I bought 200 gig. 200 gig. Last time I bought 100 gig and I finished it. So I said, okay, this time I will buy. Oh, no. Okay, yo. This is EE. All the other ones are on the hotel network. Yes, I was talking about my dad waking me up. And let me explain something to you, yeah. And this is, you need to look out for our sermon this Sunday. It's going to be big. It's called Remove the Necklace. Just watch out for it. You see, I hate being boxed into anyone's corner. I hate being defined. Someone will tell you that if you don't wake up by 6 a.m., you are lazy. What if I close work at 3? You where they wake up 6 a.m., you close work at 5:30 the previous day, and you were in bed by 9:30. Me, now 9:30 my own work begin. I can't close 3 o'clock. You can't wake up 6 a.m. Me too, I must wake up with you that 6 a.m. because human beings wake up at 6 a.m. I was having a conversation with my doctor the other day. My doctor said, stop eating after 9. I had to sit her down. I was trying to explain to her, look, my clock, 9 o'clock for a normal human being is when they stop eating because they go to bed at 10. Me, I go to bed at 3. My own 9 o'clock now like 2 a.m. My clock is different. It's like an owl. Owls don't eat during the day. They eat at night. You understand? They go hunting at night. Someone says, I will tell PT to avoid you. You are evil. Tell anything you want to tell. You think PT is small-minded like you that has no sense. Get wetin you go talk now. I go give you better course because I dey tired and I dey vex. And I go use you catch cruise. Baba. I go use you catch cruise. You understand? Because I go send you go meet your mama where they give better for uncompleted building. No be so they take bond. Your belly no be inside completed building, they take collector. Your mama they sell orange, your papa they push trolley. I be waiting they call am wheelbarrow. They come meet for uncompleted building. Now so they take bond you can't they can't hear the talk nonsense. Now your type they get. I mean come out, Joe. So let me finish what I was saying. So I struggled to be boxed since I was a kid. You can't box me because I'm different. I've always known I'm different. Let me give you an example. I don't like football. As in, I dislike football so much. There was a time in my life where I was going through stress and someone told me to unwind. That my work was stressing me. Meanwhile, I did not know my work was stressing me. I was enjoying my work. saying you're working, so you need to unwind. And he now said I should start watching football. The first two football matches I watched, my BP went up. That time I was younger, my BP was normal. Guess what? The football stressed me more than, because having to sit down and try to concentrate on this game that I didn't care about was stressing me. So your idea of what relieves you. I was watching. You look very nice in this. I was watching some movie the other day, and I think it was Father of the Bride, and the guy says he watches the fishing channel, and he'll be trying to guess the price of the fish they are catching and the weight. And somebody was like, wow. As in, is that even a sport? They were laughing at him. I understood the guy. Let me tell you, if I want to sleep now, I'll just open YouTube and put car video, car review. I'll just look for the maybe. By the way, I was driving in traffic today. We're in a Rolls Royce and we saw a McLaren Artura. Me, I don't begin. Never can tell you how I be. I did drive inside moto. Maybe I did drive inside Rolls Royce. I can't see the latest Porsche, and I've not seen it face to face. I'll come down from that Rolls Royce. I go and look at that Porsche. I will embarrass you. I've told PT this thing before. I say, PT, if me and you they drive, just no let me see motorway fine. You will just say I come out from motor. I will go look. And if you like leave me, I go carry Okada or Uber or anything. Come meet you. Those are the things I enjoy. And I remember having this same issue with the late Babatunde, or what's his name again? Former provost, Prof. or Shotty Main. And he said he was one of the people that said, yes, start get a sport, follow football. And I don't know how to explain to all these people that I don't like football. Football, watching it stresses me, thinking about it stresses me. The fact that you're telling me to watch it's annoying me. That is me. Fizzle the boss, say go sleep. You be like those kind of idols where they carve from wood. They can't realize say the wood no reach. That's so you be. Your destiny they immature. You know bake well. You can't come my life, they talk nonsense. So you need to understand people, and I always had that conversation. Someone said early to bed, early to rise. I'm like, dude, early to bed because I work in a bank or I'm a civil servant. Now my own day starts. Before I came here, I called PT. Where he was, there were like 50 people with him. He come tell me, say, Ingo, call me back. Where's Baby Freeze? He's sleeping here. He say, Ingo, call me back 20 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. Some people, they start now. Say now, be Cubana. Someone said that if you see your hair, like my hair don't go finish now. Someone said, Daddy Freeze. Where did they talk? Say Obi Cubana. Where do you think Obi's money first came from? It's not nightclubbing. Now, Obi Cubana walk just as in club just won't begin they full, and Obi must be there. Big shout out to CMC. Cheesy, I see you. This one say PT go avoid the mama will be show. Because I know see waiting she right there. Baba no be your problem. If your mama no sell orange, go that uncompleted building where your papa take meter. Therefore not born you. Give us as problem for the world. So imagine Obi Cubana now. Now in day one start. Now in day one start. And he must be there. He must mingle with his clients. The people where they come patronize in nightclub, you can't tell that Obi say make you sleep for 9 o'clock. You go pay in children's school fees tire. Make you go sleep for 9 o'clock. When in work they start 1 a.m. You understand? So first of all, you need to understand that people are cut from different cloths, and growing up as a child, I used to have that problem with my dad, because he wake me up at 5 a.m. in the morning and ask me why I'm still in bed, that I should get up and go and pray. And I told him, I said, Baba, if God made me my image, in his own image, right now, God will be tired like I am tired. God did not make me in your image. Now your image, now you dey wake for morning. If God created me in his own image, this one say, see your face like yesterday. You know even sabi yap. Eh? Ó dàbí ṣìgìdì àgbékọ̀. Ọmọ náà pè ní ṣìgìdì àgbékọ̀. When you enter inside the room, all those fake babalawo wey no get money buy better idol. Those small idol wey dey hang for wall, na im dey call ṣìgìdì àgbékọ̀. Wọ́n á gbé kọ́ gànà. Wọ́n ṣe gbé destiny ẹ̀ kọ́ gànà ní ẹ̀wọ́ lérí burúkú. Ìfẹ́ block ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀, bó dà pé blocking ti wá dé fún ẹ báyìí. Ìwọ́dà kí n fún ẹ blocking rapture dànù. Orúkọ ẹ salt 235. Jáde láyé jọ̀ọ́. Mo ti block olóògbé dànù. Please, let me continue. I don't rapture am. I don't rapture the olóògbé. So back to what I was saying. I don't forget where I did because person don't disturb. What was I even saying? Somebody please remind me. Hey, somebody don't send me stars. Thank you very much. Please, you can buy stars on my Facebook. Go to your Facebook profile. Top right, you see the search bar. Search for Daddy Freeze. And then please buy plenty stars. I go to hail all of you today. Olabisi, Olorire, Akbeshin, Odeyale. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see your hand. Where was I before I stopped? My papa waking me up. So my dad will wake you up and tell me that he's awake, that a man should not be in bed at 8 a.m. And I can't tell you, say, and I used to argue. I say, why? That 8 a.m. where they wake up, go walk. I don't get anything where I want to do for that 8 a.m. And up till today, as taste buds, do you know how useless I am in the morning? I can't make a cup of tea and get it right in the morning. That's how useless I am. I am completely incompetent in the morning. I'm not a morning person. My mother is anyway the whole. My mother is a night person, morning person, afternoon person, evening person. I never see her kind before. But me, tell you, if you want me to be useless in this life, just wake me up in the morning at 7 a.m. I will yawn. My brain will be slow. I will drink Red Bull. Then my brain will be fast for 15 minutes. Then my brain will now go slower than it was before I drank the Red Bull. I'm not a monk. You guys don't know that I don't wake up before 11 o'clock. One day I was talking to, was it Reno? Reno said, wake up early, blah, blah. I said, Papa, let me tell you, have you ever sat down to calculate things you enjoy in life? I don't care about big houses. As long as I like clean houses. I like clean spaces. So if I like nice areas. You understand? Like I like my area where I live in Lekki. It's nice enough for me. I don't care about Banana Island, but sometimes I want to come out and see real people. I don't want to see people that are everywhere. They're moving up and down with siren. I want to come out and see real people. That Banana Island for me is a little too much. Everybody will be feeling and forming. You know? Ada Blessed, she calls me from 2 or 3. You call me at 10 a.m. You'll be lucky. Like, okay, I get plane where I won't catch, then I go wake. Anything else? Now, World War. How did I cope in school? I did poorly in school. One of the reasons was I couldn't wake up in the morning. So, back to what I was saying. So I tried to communicate this with my dad, but he never got it. And he always saw it as me being lazy. Ask taste buds. When it comes to doing what I love, I'm not lazy. Then I was also telling you about things that I value. I don't care about big houses. I don't care about having a swimming pool inside my house. I don't care. As in, if I have a house that has a swimming pool, my estate has a pool. How many times do I even go there, let alone? As in, if I see the pool, I'll be thinking of the amount of money I'll be spending to maintain it and what else I can do with that money. You understand? Yeah, baby Freeze has been sleeping for like 2 hours. Don't go since. He dragged this whole thing. So I will still wake and go peace. Waiting baby fees do me and Simply Vic today and taste buds. We carry and go chop expensive Thai food. I can't even make it chop the food because now in the cry say they hungry. We can't carry and go chop. You can't chop the food like pigeon. Chop here, chop here, chop here. I can't say. I say lie. Go chop this food finish. Can't go house say you want chop biscuits. No be me and you must eat this food. And they always threaten if you give her food to eat, he go threaten say I try for me for Nigeria. Hey, I flog her well, the body calm down. You go give her food to eat, he go come vomit on to say no one chop the food. I saw you vomit give us so for London. I saw we they look am, we don't feel beat picking. We they look am. We can't carry and go bathroom, go clean am. Inside the bathroom, I yinle color. You know when they say so, yinle color. I was angry. Now Vic even they carry him. I was angry. He don't worry us today already. I want to say eat food though. He saying go vomit. I think saying the place. Now like before you just vomit. So he did there they sleep. I no talk to him from that place till we reach house. I no follow him talk. I chin him. Captain Mo, how you doing? Baba, I don't say child service. Child service is fire. Do they know what's the meaning of yin lake or not? He knows. Say he know if he touch him, but that yin lake or not go chop. And I don't promise and say once we reach Nigeria back, what do you think I go use in how you do? You go smell pepper. Someone said, what if he doesn't like the food? He eats. I don't know. It's not like he doesn't like the food, but he just can decide to be annoying, just the way kids can be annoying. And it's very opinionated. So let me continue my story. So I always had that problem, and that took me away from religion, because if religion required that I have to wake up in the morning to go and worship God, then they'll tell you the time the sleep is sweet. That is the time when that's when God answers your prayers best. I struggled with that thing. Then my mother-in-law will say, don't you know that David suffered before he became wealthy? Joseph suffered. I say, Solomon did not suffer. Why must I decide that it is David I want to be like? Why must I decide that it is Joseph where go prison, where they sell, then he become prime minister? Why can't I just be like Solomon, that was the richest of them all? Solomon, where they you go and read the testament of Solomon. The power Solomon wielded, no human ever wielded it. You don't understand. Solomon used to flog demons. Solomon got as in the prince of demons, Beelzebub. Solomon, they send that message. One of the most terrible demons called Asmodeus. Solomon torture him, use and make the whole clay for the temple. He was the wisest. The richest man that ever lived was Solomon. So why do I have to be like David? Why can't they give me someone whose destiny is better? Do you think David's destiny and nonsense destiny? I'm not going to lie give you. First of all, they forgot him. He was a shepherd. Some people now saying Solomon died young. Baba, you don't know say it's better to live like Solomon that became king as a teenager and then died in his 60s than David that first rarely. You know what it is to rarely? He first rarely, they forget him, he where they take care of cow. Solomon was born in a palace. He enjoyed from the day he was born till the day that he died. They suffered, David suffered. You don't understand. You have no idea. David suffered. First of all, they forgot him inside the bush, taking care of sheep. His brother used the word few sheep when he went to meet him. Eliab, that's his elder brother, said, who did you leave the few? Inside that few sheep, where he day with. You don't know wetin happen. Bear go come, you go fight bear. Learn how to fight bear. Learn how to fight lion. Now life be that. Only you dey inside bush with sheep. The sheep they do bear. They play harp for sheep. Papa na nonsense life. Then lion go come. You have to fight lion. Then David come overcome Goliath. Then Saul no come still gree give him. He was playing harp for Saul when evil spirit came upon Saul. It was just a nonsense destiny. Then finally he became king. Then after a while, his own son. If you know what happened for David life, his sons killed themselves. Solomon ended up killing. Was it Adonijah? I think so. Then Absalom killed Tamar's brother because no. Absalom killed Tamar was Absalom's sister. Absalom killed his brother. We forcefully benched Tamar. Imagine David children they forcefully do themselves. As in a very very nonsense destiny. Then Absalom constantly pursue David come off for town. Can't sleep with 10 of David's concubines in the full glare of Israel. Then David finally come back. So half of his life he was on exile, running from where to where. Now life be that one. Why must you see that David? Nobody understands Solomon's destiny. Let me explain this to you people. Someone say you can knock each other. If not knock it better, they rack be. One rack be around one. So, and this reminds me of my dad. My dad does not believe that you can sit down here, buy Ethereum of $10,000 at, like one of my guys did. He bought Dogecoin at $10,000, and in 3 months, the Dogecoin multiplied, I think 10,000% and made like $500,000 from $10,000 investment. As in crazy money. My father does not understand those ones. You must work and sweat. You understand? There must be formula. You must. So they understand David. You understand? Your parents understand David. They understand Joseph. Because it resonates with them. They don't understand Solomon because they were not born in a palace. Their own. Look at somebody and say Jia Jaye. Oh, need the lati Jia Koto Jaye. You don't need to suffer before you enjoy. Solomon no suffer. 1 day of his, 1 hour of his life, he no suffer. He was born to David. His mother was David's preferred wife. He was raised in the palace. David loved him. So they give him the whole kingdom of Israel. And it wasn't his turn. It was Adonijah's turn. So favor, not just the followers on since it's small. You know, see that one destiny. You will tell me, say, David, suffer. But I don't want that kind of destiny. Suffer, enjoy small. Suffer, enjoy small. Then knock my own concubines, my own Pekin, 10 of them, arrange them. The whole Israel gather, they watch. Now life be that. You know, see Otedola Pekin, you take give me example. This is very nice. I can't do. But it's very nice. You understand? You know, see Otedola Pekin use take give me example. So also when it comes to serving God, they always believe that you must suffer to serve God. Go and read the Quran, what the Quran said about Solomon. The Quran said Solomon was so powerful that Solomon they sent eagle on errand. Has he not know that kind of power? Solomon they climb eagle, they fly. Baba, all these ones when they fly for plane. Solomon don't get private jet. Solomon get private eagle. Solomon they send demon on errand. The whole demons they fear him. When he called Asmodeus, say who are you? He sent Beelzebub to go and call Asmodeus. Asmodeus come. Solomon ask and say, who are you? Asmodeus look and say, you who you be. And now where Asmodeus problem starts with that too. Solomon look and say, you dare? Solomon had him flogged, a demon. Now, let me tell you the difference between Asmodeus and other demons. Asmodeus was a Nephilim, meaning he was half angel, half human. Solomon still flog him, torture him, got him to use to build the whole clay they needed for the whole temple. And while he was working and getting the clay, he was under 24 hours torture. That thing that he did not like, gallbladder, fish gall, and there was something else. Solomon was burning it and following him up and down. Say you. Solomon tamed him. Oh, kakpae. Someone said he was controlling demon till he died. The demon no say Solomon don't buy. They still they walk, they go for the hey. As in he hold them for walk. The demons still they were not free until they knew he was dead. Meanwhile, he don't buy, they go. They still they walk the walk. Oh, you need to read the Testament of Solomon. So anyway, where am I going with this? By the way, the Testament of Solomon is not in the Bible, so Christians don't accept it. So where am I going with this? I found it difficult to relate with a God who I find it difficult to relate with a God who you have to be under torture to worship. A God where farmer where they go farm for 5:30 in the morning, and nightclub owner, excuse me, where they go work for 1:30 a.m. The two of them, their lives have to be synchronized. I found that very difficult. Because one thing I need you to understand is human beings live in time. God does not live in time. He's not a prisoner of time. God is not bound by what I would like to refer to as linear time. Let me explain what linear time is. It's 1:44 a.m. Very soon it will turn to 1:45 a.m. After a while it will turn to 2 a.m. Time is linear in sequence, means it goes like this. 1:45, 2 a.m., 2:45, 3:35. It will keep increasing like that. God, on the other hand, is not a linear time being. He is not capsuled in a linear time world. Meaning that God's 5 a.m. does not come after his 4 a.m. God's 5 a.m., his 4 a.m., and his 12 noon are happening at the same time. Amen. So God is like this live. That's an example. Cocoa Boy. So let me give you an example. It's my watch is set to Nigerian time. I didn't have time to remove it. So it's 10 to 3, or let me say 2:45 Nigerian time. UK time is 1:45. It's 7:45 in some parts of the world. And God is watching all of you at the same time. It's 12:46 in Australia. Do you know how much time is an illusion? Today, when we came from the airport, we crashed. Woke up at 4:30 and it was dark. 4:30 afternoon. Everywhere done dark. That's taste buds. We got to Selfridges by 6 o'clock. Because I needed to, get some Louis and Gucci. I'm joking, but yeah, I needed to get those. So went to Selfridges with Vic and Taste Buds and Baby Freeze. And it was already dark. 6 p.m. was like 11 p.m. at night. Do you know abroad they have to reset, they have to bring their clock back every around November every year? especially in places like the UK, so that it will not be 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's already dark. It's called daylight saving. So they reset their clocks twice a year to accommodate daylight saving. So time is an illusion. And God does not even now you are looking at my own Nigeria 2:45, UK 1:45. Do you know that 2000 years ago is still happening now? It's happening like this in God's dimension. Last year, next year is happening at the same time. God is not a linear time being, so time is not static. So sometimes when you try to trap God in a time frame, I feel like you lose his essence, because his essence is timelessness. He's not bound by time. So what was I trying to say? So that was an issue. And let me round off so I can bring people in. You know, once I start talking, sometimes I try to release a lot of stuff on my mind. So it was difficult for me to understand that. And I also need to work with my kids too, to make them not hate religion. Because to be very honest, religion is a very annoying something. I can't even lie to you. I remember one of my aunts. She was a normal jai babe. Then, this is very nice. She was a normal jai babe, and then all of a sudden she went to join Deeper Life. That's why sometimes, in as much as I respect Kumuyi and I appreciate the fact that he's trying to change things, the people that he tortured or more to watch television for their house can't be war. The sister wore jeans one day. The mama said she go tear and the papa said you are not tearing anything. You know? So what am I trying to say in essence? Some people ruin the beautiful thing they have because they are trying to chase this heaven. And for a long time, my father and I did not have this relationship because my father was too worried about heaven. He doesn't want me to miss heaven. I said, Daddy, no worry. No worry yourself about me. Heaven is your worry. Heaven. Papa, let's remove ourselves from where we are first. Face this earth. Oh yes, Christ clearly said, secure the kingdom of heaven, and everything else will be added unto you. And how did he say it? He said, keep your treasure where moths do not eat, thieves do not steal, and rust does not destroy. Meaning you should, instead of laying away things on earth, you should lay away things in, this looks very good, in heavenly places. That makes a lot of sense. But you see, if you love and follow this formula of Christ, you will find it easier to actually create a form of heaven on earth through love and all that. And in as much as there are some things I don't believe in, I don't celebrate birthdays, for instance, because of the whole history of birthdays and the fact that birthdays are always one way or the other shrouded in death and all that. Maybe I should say I am going to try to be more relatable. I don't want my children to remember, because whether you like it or not, I'm a religious leader. I run a church, and let me carry this chair back a bit so you guys can see me. And Christianity is a religion. Forget that nonsense that they tell you that Christianity is a way of life. Way of life, my foot. You guys have a worship on Sunday. You have times you pray. You have rituals. It's a religion. And even the free nation in Christ, whether you like it or not, is also a religion. So yes, I'm a religious leader. And as a religious leader, how do I raise my children to love God, but at the same time not ruin my experience with them, not make their whole lives boring because I want them to practice a religion. It didn't work for me. My dad tried it, and at the end of the day, I ended up not being Muslim. I ended up being atheist for a while, and I ended up falling into the hands of Pentecostals who used my head. So here's what I want to say, and I say this to my kids too, because I'm not a perfect dad. If I was to rate myself as a dad, I'll probably give myself maybe 30 or 40%. I'm not the greatest dad. I try to be, you understand, I try to work with my kids. One day somebody called me in my, I think it was my first son's school. I was gisting taste buds at Simply Vic. And the guy says, the woman said, that I'm not helping him, that my son looks irresponsible, I'm not helping him with his homework. I can't say, are you trying to tell me that I'm irresponsible because I'm not helping my son with his homework? I said, no, but you know, this homeboy is me. I tell her, I said, the homework will they give me for primary 4 till today, I never submit them. Till today, as we dey here. All my homework from primary 3, primary 4, primary 5, the one where they catch me beat till today, I never submit. As I dey here with, I was telling you, I say, as I dey here with you, I never submit my. Now you want make I do another person homework. They just say, hey, but you know, if you don't help him out, he will repeat. I say, repeat. I have money. Let him repeat. If he wants to be here, only him go get brocos. Hey, the rest of them go dey young. See, if he doesn't want to do his homework, I didn't do my own homework, and if he doesn't want to do his homework, he'll be all right. So, what am I trying to say in essence is, I'm not that dad that will sit down, and I always, this one why I never drag women. My ex was wonderful with children and homework. Hey, she try you, because me, I know if you do homework with Pekin. Baby freeze, I did it during COVID. Oh, I was frustrated, but I had no choice. And I mean, say me they no go school, say me they do lesson from house. So I had to chip in, and I struggled with it, but we shall have to do it. And this one, maybe I did it 5 times. Well, my guy, well, I was not gisting my guy. My guy said, no, you're not responsible. You should do your kids' homework. I said, come. What, as a father, what's my responsibility? To pay school fees. As a child, what's his responsibility? To go to school. Is he paying school fees with me? So okay, if he doesn't pay school fees, do they say he's irresponsible? So why are you telling me if I don't do his own homework, if I don't do his homework, I'm irresponsible? Come on. He never ready. He go repeat that class tire. So, yes, as parents, I remember my mom used to do, some guy was telling me, oh, my mom used to do homework. The whole fight me and my mama had was that she used to sit down and do homework with me. Inside the homework, I go chop cane, I go chop conch. It made me and my mother not close. I don't like this homework where this sit down, they follow me do. It's not. Then let me tell you what my mom used to do for us. Oh, we are driving to school every morning. The opportunity I have to be looking around, look at the fine girls. My mother will be asking me questions inside my notes, as in, and my mother thought she was doing me a favor. Meanwhile, she was driving me crazy. And the question she asked, of course, I don't know. I'm so nasty conk, I go chop inside the car. My papa go still put mouth and say, I don't know anything. Say, boy, I be like this. You go do homework every evening. Then the next day, my parents used to drive me to school together. My mates were so lucky they could afford driver. Meanwhile, my mama go drive. My mama go hold my notebook inside her hand. Come, they ask me questions. So read this to me. Go, they read my notes, give me, they ask me questions, and they thought they were doing me a favor. They were stressing my life. I won't look babe. You know those days go they drive, you go see 1 or 2 fine babes. Just anyway, so what do I like in life? I like resting. I like spending time with my family. I love cars. I love watches. I like good shoes. I love traveling. I love visiting places. My life no complex past like that. So If you deny me those things and you use religion, hey, somebody just came and bought me stars, let me even hail them. Oh, Coco boy. Coco boy, God bless you, God bless you. Just bought 1,000 stars. Make we even do small. Ejiro also bought me some stars, and Olabisi. Thank you so much. Coco boy music, God bless you. So, if you rob me of those pleasures of life with religion, oh yes, God wants you to sacrifice to show that you love Him. But the same God has given me a sacrifice that is bigger than any sacrifice I can ever give, which is the finished work on the cross. So my understanding of that is God doesn't want me to suffer. He wants me to love and worship Him. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. But I don't think He wants me to suffer. And I don't think He wants me to make my children hate me or to say they won't worship God. My parents did. My mom was more neutral. When we were growing up, funny enough, my mom was the one that used to force us to pray and teach us how to pray and all that. But as we grew older, my dad now became you must go to the mosque, you must learn this, you must learn Quran. They flogged me entire for mosque. Not even became now host. Our Malim. They go to teach you how to read Yasarino. Who don't read waiting they call Yasarino before that book where they read before they enter Quran. I chop. I know Sabiam. They don't beat. I know still Sabi the thing. You know. So as parents, how do you relate with your children in such a way? You've done this very nice, very nice. You can even wear this tomorrow with those black shoes. It doesn't matter. It's nice. You know. So how are you going to be parents to your children in such a way that they love you, because they believe you more if they love you. You can't bully me. You can't bully me into religion. And I don't also want to bully my children into it. There was a time when I was also getting a little bit too harsh. But here was my reasoning. In the Free Nation, we have our Sunday service. We have our Saturday prayer meeting. And I try not to burden anybody with anything else so that they can face their lives. I know that, okay, we meet on Saturday, we meet on Sunday. Someone said, is she trying clothes? You guessed right. And she looks so amazing, you know. Taste buds is very curvy. I say extremely curvy. Vic, the clothes are fitting right. They all look okay. Someone say, will Muslim enter the kingdom of God? Saying the Bible says Christ is the only way. That's the problem. I've always had the problem with that narrative. This is very nice. This can even go for tomorrow. This is very nice. Yes, Muslims can make the kingdom of God. Even I don't want to go into another one now because they go say I speak controversies. Following Christ as the way to God is more physical than spiritual. From my understanding and revelation and the scriptures that I've read in original languages, and I'll try to explain it to you. Christ says, follow me. There's no way where how did Christ teach? You know, they didn't know how to worship God as Christians for the first 300 years after the death and resurrection of Christ. Because Christ did not teach us how to worship God. He gave us our Father. Recite this, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. It's a prayer Muslims can pray. You understand? Christ never told us to. He said, ask in my name. We have converted it to always pray in my name. And we also pray in the wrong name, which is Jesus, because Jesus is not his name. I don't want to go too deep into this. But here's the thing, yeah. When Christ says, I am the way, what does the way signify? In Greek, the way is hodos. That's the Greek word for the way. And it means like a path or a road that you use to go from somewhere to somewhere. So if you are where you are and your destination is God and Christ is the road, how do you use the road to get to God? Not by worshiping the road, but by walking, taking steps every day on that road, following the road. which is exactly what Christ is. Christ taught us so many things that if we follow those things, we will make heaven, whether we're Christian or not, whether we run and do altar call or not. You'll be amazed that Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims all follow those things easier than Christians do. Because Christians have such greedy hearts, and they're always condemning everybody else. And so, yes, a Muslim will make heaven, provided that he acknowledges God, and provided that his deeds are okay. That whole ideology that is some spiritual thing, the ideology was born recently. It wasn't always like that. But hey, I'm not going to have that particular conversation. I'm getting tired. My eyes are heavy. Initially, I wanted to bring up a few people, but instead, I'll just rather tell you, go and buy me stars. We'll have this conversation again. But I want to advise parents, guys, when you're raising your kids, let religion be something you feed to them gradually and in moderation, or the effects can be counterproductive. You might be lucky, you might have all those children that like church. I didn't like going to church. All my life, I found it as a problem. And when I got older, I started enjoying it because, so these are conversations we need to have. And do raise your children in such a way that they understand and love God instead of fear. Oh, if I don't do this, God will banish me. No, that's my opinion. Ease them gradually into a faith, and everything will be well. Is there anybody that wants to share any experience? How did religion affect you? Do you have anyone else? Or maybe we should continue tomorrow because I'm exhausted. I just sent someone a request. So my eyes they close. So that's what I was trying to say, Teach them how to love God. Yes, they should fear God, but let the emphasis be on love God. Luke chapter 10 from verse 25. Love God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Very, very important. I almost dozed off now. So, oh wow, quite a few people have sent me messages. I don't know if I can actually bring anybody off live, but I think I should just end it. If you appreciate the message, come and buy me stars. If you want to talk, come and buy me stars first. Buy stars on my Facebook page. Facebook.com. Somebody don't quickly buy stars. Those are the better people. Who's that just bust? Coco Boy Music. 1,700 stars. God bless you, Coco Boy. God bless you. Better person. So, I need to sleep. Healthy fear, yes, I need to sleep. Come to my Facebook page and come and buy stars. Jet lag, I swear. And also the fact that we walked around a lot today. Instagram don't have stars, sadly, but Facebook does, so come to Facebook. Okay? TikTok family, I love you guys. Love you all. You guys are blessed. Thank you, Coco Boy. Oh, I almost dozed off again the second time. I'm exhausted. Let me go. See you later, Vic. You walked around where Selfridges is. You don't know how Selfridges is. Only Selfridges are on like 3 streets. Inside the Selfridges, you go waka, you go nearly die. They have badges, but sadly I don't have. Captain Mo, how are you doing? So my message to you is, teach your children how to love God. And teach your children how to respect you. And teach your children, yes, that they should fear God. But let there be a balance. Most parents are so afraid of God that they see God as this. Some people look at God like Asmodeus. We will come bite you for night. Yeah, that's what they look at God. Meanwhile, God is deserving of your love. Oh, God is a good God. And this is where I end it tonight before I start saying what I'm not supposed to say. Take care. God bless. come over to Facebook and buy me some stars. I look forward to hanging out with you guys tomorrow. Take care. God bless you.